Hello, Bloomies. I would like to talk about authenticity, being authentic to yourself, um, and being authentic, period. So recently, I had an interview, and I had semi studied for this interview, and I felt very prepared for it. Got into the interview, was doing absolutely great, killing it. 10 minutes, well, I'm gonna say about maybe 7 to 10 minutes prior to the interview about to wrap up or end, my son came out and he wanted me. And I mean, he would not take no for an answer. So I'm having to tell the interviewer, give me a second, give me a minute, let me tend to my son. And oh gosh, honestly, I felt so low. Um on one hand, I was thinking to myself, like, they're never gonna hire me because I yes, I had a great interview, but I have a small child. I have two small children, but of course they only knew that I had one at the time. And I was thinking to myself that they were thinking, because we do that. We think about what other people may think about us. But I was thinking that they were thinking that, oh God, she can't even handle the interview time, making sure that her son was away for the interview time. Why would she, what make us think that she would be able to have the job, and be able to have her son somewhere else, during the job time. So all of these intrusive thoughts were going through my head. I got off the interview and I went from being so happy that I was killing the interview to bawling my eyes out, because I was just like, as a single mom, as a mom with limited help, I was thinking to myself, like this is just awful. I can't even get 30 minutes, to do an interview. I can't even get just a small amount of time so I could actually propel my family forward, And this new job, it would be more money and it would be at home. It would be a remote job, which is kind of what I'm used to at this point. I haven't worked in a long time besides the dive shop. I just started working here in August. But anyway, but yeah, I was having all these intrusive thoughts about what they were thinking about me, what the interviewers were thinking about me, and I got off and I just cried. So afterwards, literally a day went by. They told me that you'll know by Friday. This was like Tuesday. They was like, you'll know by Friday, whether or not you got the job. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I got the job. Y'all, a day went by and I literally got a phone call and an email stating that I got the job. And I was I'm super, super grateful and super, super happy that I got the job. And I got it with my son crying for me. The interviewer had said that she completely understood my situation. She says that although her kids are grown now, she has cats, and her cats typically never, they'll leave her alone until it's time for her to do something important. And that's literally how children are. They don't care about you until you got something to do, or you're taking a phone call, or you need everything to be quiet. that's whenever they that's whenever they want you, and that literally, that was that was what got me. But I'm grateful that I was very authentic to the situation, and I handled the situation, like, I would say, like a pro. I got my son together. I got him to sit down. I got him to be quiet, until I wrapped things up, and we was able to finish the interview. Now, of course, I was feeling awful, but I was feeling awful for the wrong reasons. I didn't think that the interviewer would see me as being human. I didn't think that the interviewer would see me as being a mom. And honestly, I was scared of her seeing me as a mom, because I've heard and I know of so many stories and situations where companies don't necessarily see you as a human, let alone a mother. So when it comes to being a mom, a lot of the times we like to hide being parents, because we don't want these companies to know that we are parenting young children, because their needs are significant, and immediate, like, you can't put off a child, you can only put off a child's needs for so long, and they're very demanding. So initially, I was terrified that they knew that I had young children. But I also think that me handling the situation the way that I did was what got me the job. I work very, very well under pressure. Now, I might cry afterwards, but during that time, I work very, very well under pressure. That's one thing that I've done that my whole life. I will wait till the last minute to do things, because it seems like my best work comes with me being under pressure. But that's another thing, like knowing yourself. For so long, I knocked that, because I would wait till the last minute, and to do stuff, and my mom would be like, why are you waiting so late to do X, Y, and Z? And I never did have an answer for her, as far as like, this is just what I do, or this is how I'm able to succeed, was under pressure. I never did have that answer, growing up. So it was always looked at as a negative. But me, knowing myself and being true to me, I know that, I just work well under pressure. I work well the way I work well. And it doesn't have to be the way that anybody else works. I'm me. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to speak about being true to you. I think that everybody should be true to you. Peace, guys.